Good afternoon and welcome to this exciting episode of The Scoop, live from Saddleback College, located in beautiful Mission Viejo. I'm your host, Evan Anderson, and as always, I am thrilled to be with you today. On today's show, we will touch up on some local news, meet up with Saddleback commercial music professor, brush up on our CPR skills, and hear from one of Saddleback's filmmakers, and learn how the company that cooks together stays together. A little known fact is that South Orange County is full of talented artists. One of Saddleback's very own has created an event that spotlights local creatives, and speaking of creative, the College Student Development Office hosted a free movie night featuring the $2 billion blockbuster Star Wars. Let's find out more about these exciting events.
The Newgate Orchestra Chamber is a newly formed orchestra group from South Orange County. The group recently debuted at the Norman P. Murray Community and Senior Center in Mission Viejo. The pre-show performance included 2 younger students, an art show featuring work from local artists, and concluded with the group's performance. The group consists of artists and musicians who perform original arrangements to promote culture within our local community. Former Saddleback College student Stephen Homestead was one of 2 individuals who had started the event.
I was a student at Saddleback College and I graduated with a degree in music. My role at this event is to be the artistic director. So I worked with Chase to find local artists to come here in Mission Viejo and show their work. This event is meant to bring light onto local artists and musicians. We've got a concert after the art show so that people can hear what composers in our area are doing as well as see the art we're making.
Chase Chandler, the founder and director of the event, also went to Saddleback College alongside with Homestead.
Well, my hope from the beginning was to expose non-educated musicians to then become more educated themselves. This is very unique in that it's not like what's on the radio. It's not like most of what they might hear around Mission Viejo. So I hope after this concert, people will want to look more in detail with the quality of what music they're listening to.
Saddleback College student Ryan Padilla was very pleased with the outcome of the event.
I thought it was really well put together. The musicians did a really good job, and everybody was really attentive and listening to how everything was put together, and I thought that was really cool.
There are no future dates set for the Newgate Orchestra as of now, but check out Saddleback College's art event calendar for upcoming performances.
Last week, Saddleback's Student Development Office hosted another free movie night for the students in the quad. They showed the newest Star Wars movie, The Force Awakens. It is a great, fun event that the office puts on about 4 times throughout each semester. The movie is shown on a giant blow-up projector, and students are encouraged to bring friends and even family to join them. It was a great opportunity for students to take advantage of Southern California's warm weather.
It's nice. It's a huge blow-up screen. It's outside. Most of the time it's 76 or 80 up here, so it's better than being inside. Gets you out.
The Student Development Office funds events like the movie night with revenue made from the ASG stamps sold each semester, which also enabled them to provide free drinks and popcorn to anyone who came to enjoy the show. To find out about future movie nights or other events, visit the Student Services Center, room 210, to learn more.
Hope you enjoyed that information. This week, we had the opportunity to sit down with Ariel Alexander, the commercial music professor of the music department. With e-music producers like David Guetta creating chart-topping hits, it's no wonder the professor's class filled up so quickly. Andrea Moore is sitting down with the professor right now to learn more. Over to you.
Thank you, Evan. I'm here with Ariel Alexander, the director of commercial music here at Saddleback College. Hi, Ariel. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And so what exactly is commercial music?
That's a good question. Commercial music is kind of this new area of music education, and commercial music basically means anything that's not jazz or classical music. So it's kind of this like catch-all phrase for all the other genres of music that people are playing. Yeah.
That's not traditional, basically.
Yeah, non-traditional, exactly.
Okay, so what classes do you guys offer here for commercial music?
Okay, so I kind of divided into 3 main areas. The first is music technology, the second is music business, and the third is commercial music performance. So our music technology classes we focus on production here, so we have a couple music production classes. we have a recording class. We have an intro to music technology class. And then we have what's called an OSA, or an Occupational Skills Award, which is an award students can get for taking our production classes.
Okay.
And then we have a music business class as well that gives students basically a broad overview of careers within the industry. And then the part that I'm kind of most excited about is we have a whole area that focuses on music performance.
Okay.
So this kind of gears towards the students who were rock musicians or played in their garages as kids, but never participated in high school, and now they have a place to play music. So again, this is called our commercial music ensemble, and it's awesome. We have basically various rock bands within the ensemble that perform commercial music.
That's awesome. It's
Yeah.
not so totally non-traditional, like how
Totally.
marching bands and things like that.
Exactly.
You guys are the whole other spectrum of it.
Exactly, yeah.
And then the technology part of it. So is that kind of like how DJs these days with the beat boards and stuff like that?
Yep, so we focus on music production. Most of our students are interested in EDM. So especially my higher level production class, the students are making hip hop tracks, dubstep tracks, drum and bass
awesome.
tracks. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
Super
you
fun.
got to expand with the times and everything.
Super fun, yeah, it's very relevant.
Definitely. So what's your musical background? Where did you go to school and everything?
So I actually am a jazz musician.
Okay.
I'm from St. Louis. I did my undergrad at Indiana University as a jazz saxophonist. After that I came out to LA to go to USC, continue my jazz education.
Nice.
I got a master's in jazz at USC, took a while off and worked, and then came back and got a doctorate. And it was during my doctorate where I kind of started to become really interested in music industry and music technology and kind of combining that with my jazz influences. So it wasn't the path I would have ever thought I would follow, but I'm super happy that I'm teaching what I'm teaching now.
Funny how those things happen, huh? So what type of paths do your students take after they're finished with the commercial music program here?
It kind of depends what they want to do. A lot of our students who are interested in performance, they end up transferring and going on. Basically, there's only one good Cal State program, which is Cal State LA. So I have several students a year go into the Cal State LA commercial music performance program and continue on getting bachelor's degrees. Some other students who want to focus on music business, a lot of them go to Northridge because they have a great music industry program. Some go to USC, some go to LMU, and they focus on music industry. And then the students who are really interested in production, there's not like a good academic path for them. Believe it or not, although we're teaching music production at the community college level, there's not any great, as of now, there aren't any great four-year programs. So a lot of those students kind of just go into the field. So they start making music, and it's a super entrepreneurial field. So
That's awesome.
yeah, an academic background isn't necessarily the path they take. Yeah.
So what's your favorite part about teaching?
Music is so cool and frustrating in that you're never really done. Right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like athletics maybe, where you're always trying to get stronger, and the stronger you get, there's always somebody stronger than you. And music's kind of the same way. So what's exciting is that with my students, we're all in this together and we're all constantly working. So
That's awesome.
That's my
Very
favorite part
cool.
of teaching.
All right, well, we're out of time here, so we're going to go back to you, Evan, in studio. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea, and a very special thanks to Professor Alexander for taking time out of her schedule to sit down with the Scoop. Visit Saddleback EDU if you're interested in finding out more information on the commercial music class. We're going to take a quick break. Don't change that channel. Welcome back. If someone you knew couldn't breathe and needed CPR, would you know what to do? Here's a quick quiz. When providing CPR, are chest compressions or breaths more important? Andrea Moore is with our next guest, Carol Finkelstein, a nursing student here at Saddleback. She knows a thing or two about CPR. See if you can catch the answer to the quiz question. With that, over to you, Andrea.
Thank you, Evan. I'm Andrea Moore, and I'm here with Kara Finkelstein, nursing student here at Saddleback College. Hi, Kara.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you.
So we are going to learn to do some CPR today.
Yes, we are.
And what is it about CPR that we need to know before we get into this?
The main thing for CPR for you who is a person who is uncertified,
Okay.
It's just chest compressions, really. We don't want to teach you breaths because that is too in-depth, and when the most important thing is just getting those chest compressions in
Okay.
to keep the blood circulating to the brain, to the rest of the organs. That's the most important.
Okay, so like we see on TV and in the movies, we don't just press and then give the breath. We just keep the compressions going.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and you are a nursing student here, correct?
am.
You're not an actual instructor?
No, I am a nursing student and I am CPR certified myself, but I am not a CPR instructor.
Okay.
So I can't actually teach you CPR, but I can show you a few things so that you're more knowledgeable.
So this
when
won't make me certified?
No, unfortunately not. But we do offer classes here.
Okay, good to know. Okay, awesome. So how do we start? How do I know I need to give this guy CPR?
Okay, so let's say that you're walking on the street and somebody just collapses in front of you.
Okay.
So you're just gonna run up to them and be like, sir, are you okay? Are you okay? They're not breathing, you can't tell anything's happening, they're not responding to you. You immediately take off their clothes, which sounds kind of funny, and then you're gonna ask anybody around you, so you point at somebody and you say, I need you to dial 911, go grab an AED, and then you just start your chest compressions.
Okay.
So you're gonna so you take off their clothes so that you can see their chest.
Okay.
You're gonna find their nipple line and find the center of that, and you're gonna put the heel of your hand,
Okay.
and then you just push hard and push fast, 2 inches down, see how far?
Yeah.
And then you wait for it to come back, and then you just go again.
Okay.
And you want a rate of at least 100 per minute, or to the tune of Staying Alive.
Staying alive.
Yes.
I'm gonna sing.
You're gonna sing? Okay.
So my turn. So let's put him
Okay.
dressed. Okay.
He's dressed.
Sir, are you okay? Are you breathing? He's not breathing. I don't think so. Rip his clothes off
Ooh.
in a nice manner. Nipple line. I see his 2 nipples. So I'm up. I want to be above the person.
Yes,
Correct?
you want your arms to be straight over the person.
Okay, so nipple line, find it. Got the heel of my palm. And staying alive, staying alive.
There you go, yeah.
Like that?
Yep.
Faster, harder? Am I going down far enough?
If you're going down far enough, just make sure you wait until the chest comes all the way back up before
Okay.
you push again. And then a little bit faster and harder now.
Okay.
There you go.
It's hard to do it with this dummy. I can't
I
imagine
know.
if it's a real person.
It's
but
actually very difficult on a real person, but
Yeah.
it feels a lot different as well.
I would imagine he's a little rubbery and stiff. Okay,
Yes.
so we started doing compressions. He still hasn't been responsive or breathing, and that's when hopefully there's an AD around.
Yes.
And someone brings that, and this is
Yes.
an automated machine that will walk us through defibrillation process.
Yes, exactly.
I'm gonna zip him back up.
Okay,
Yeah, make him
and
feel
I'll go ahead and
decent.
get it started. It's kind of a long process, so
Okay.
you turn it on.
Call for help now.
So assuming you haven't already called for help, you're
Remove
going to call
all
for help now.
clothing
So
from
911.
patient's chest.
So remove all their clothing. You open it back up again.
Okay. Come on, lady.
Really slow.
The red handle to open bag.
So this one's already open. We have
Okay.
our 2 little pads.
Look
Perfect.
at pictures on pads.
And then there are 2 pictures.
Peel one pad
So this one would go
off
here and
blue
this one would go
plastic.
here.
Okay.
Apply pad to bare skin,
like that.
exactly as shown in the picture.
Over near the ribs over
Press
there.
pad
And
firmly.
you really just follow what it says.
Peel other pad off blue plastic.
There-
Do not touch patient.
So you
Don't
stick away
touch.
from the patient.
Evaluating heart rhythm.
So it's going to check if it's a shockable rhythm.
Okay.
And it'll do all the work
Stand
for right now.
by.
Oh, Perfect. So
So stand by.
Preparing to shock.
preparing to shock.
Everyone clear.
You're
Press
clear.
flashing
I'm clear.
button.
Flashing red button. Push it.
Shock delivered.
Shock delivered.
Provide chest compression.
And then you immediately go
and
back
rescue breath.
and start pushing on the patient.
Okay.
Hard and fast to staying alive.
Staying
Are you
alive.
gonna sing for me?
Staying alive. Staying alive. That makes you. I feel like I shouldn't be having that much fun while I'm saving somebody's life.
I know,
But
right?
I guess you got to do what you got to do, huh?
Exactly. Do you want to give it a try?
I do.
Okay.
So it's very user friendly, so anyone
Absolutely.
can. That's awesome.
Absolutely, and they're all over campus, as well as like any major sporting event or any government building, or sometimes a lot of restaurants have them as well.
Makes sense.
So 'cause you never know when
Okay.
you're gonna find somebody
we gonna
down.
switch here?
Yeah, let's switch.
Let me get all in this. See if I've learned something or if she can teach me something here.
Okay. So you're just gonna push the on button.
Press the on.
Call for help now.
So
Call for help! Somebody, please.
Remove all clothing from patient's chest.
All right. All clothing off. Completely bare. So no jewelry, no nothing.
Yes.
Bare.
And if the patient was in a pool and you saw them fall or whatever, and they're wet, you want to make sure you dry them
Pull
off.
red
You don't want
handle
any
to open
water
bag.
on them for the same reason that you wouldn't want to touch a bunch of water and hold something electric
Look
at the same
at
time.
pictures on
That
pads.
does make sense. Okay, so I've got the
Peel
pads.
one pad off blue plastic.
Peeling it off.
Apply pad to bare skin.
Okay.
Exactly as shown in the picture.
Exactly. So right there.
Press pad firmly.
Nice firmly on there. Okay.
Peel other pad off blue plastic.
Other pad, peeling off.
Apply pad to bare skin. Exactly as shown in the picture.
Yep.
there?
Yeah, right there.
Press pad firmly.
See, I wasn't sure, but it's got the nice picture
I
there.
know, they make it pretty
Clothing
stunning, Farrell.
from patient's chest.
Okay, so we removed all
Do
the clothing.
not touch patient.
We're not touching. Hands up just to make sure.
Evaluating
Yeah.
heart rhythm.
So now she evaluates.
She's very bossy.
I have to say she
Stand
is.
by.
She's so bossy.
Preparing to shock.
Okay.
Preparing to shock.
Everyone clear. Press flashing button.
So you're clear, I'm clear, we're all clear.
You're clear, I'm clear, we're all clear.
Yep.
Press button.
Shock delivered.
There you go.
And then
Provide chest compressions
Yep.
and
Compressions.
rescue breath.
Up.
Yep.
Oh, nipple line, I got it. Staying alive. Staying alive.
Staying alive, staying alive. You don't want to do it quite at that beat. You want to keep going continuously.
Oh, okay, so just continuous.
Yes.
Continue care.
Okay, so then it would just repeat the process if it
Yes.
decides we need another shock. we
Yeah,
would do
it goes
another
for
shock.
2 minutes. So that's
Okay.
about what it would be the 100 breaths per minute. So you do, it basically would be 200 and then you just keep going.
Okay.
Like, and you want to go as like fast. Like imagine
Fast and hard, yeah.
imagine you're literally squeezing the heart and pumping all that blood throughout the whole body.
Okay, perfect. Well, that's awesome. That's a cool little thing. Hopefully everyone was able to learn something new and things
Yes.
like that. But thank you so much for coming in. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I feel like now I can save somebody's life.
Good, that's what we want.
Awesome. All right, Evan, back to you.
Thanks for sharing that life-saving information. Did you catch the answer to the quiz question? If you're interested in becoming CPR certified, Saddleback offers CPR certification at the Health Science Building. Check out saddleback.edu to learn more. We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Saddleback College enriches its students and the South Orange County community by providing a comprehensive array of high-quality courses and programs. We foster student learning and success in the attainment of academic degrees and career technical certificates, transfer to four-year institutions, and improvement of basic skills. We dedicate ourselves to excellence in academics, student support, and community service. We hope Saddleback College will be your first choice.
Welcome back to The Scoop. Next up, we have a filmmaker whose documentary about the oldest street in California was featured at the Newport Beach Film Festival. Director David Veneman's story about the historically famous Los Rios Street depicts the fight for preservation of our state's historical heritage. Let's find out
I'm David
more.
Veneman. The film that I produced is called Los Rios. It is a history of preservation in San Juan Capistrano. This all started with a Los Angeles Times article. Saw an article on a lady named Ilsa Burns, who features in the film. And the article made her out to be a firebrand and really kind of a thorn in everybody's side. So she was the first person I got in touch with, and I discovered that she was actually a delight to be with. And as I talked to people in San Juan Capistrano, I found out that everybody really loved her. I mean, she's pretty revered. So that kind of got me interested in her side of the story.
I knew Steve Rios when he was a teenager. People knew each other, and actually I went and nominated the thing in, what was it, 76. And I did not need the permission at that time from the people living here. So I just nominated it, and it went to Sacramento, and when the people here heard about it, they thought it was something horrible was going to happen to their house or their thing, and they were pretty mad at me at that time. They said, "You didn't ask for permission, you didn't do this." And I said, well, yeah, I didn't need it at that time. Now, of course, it's, hey, we are on the National Register, we are historic, etc., etc. So that was pretty fun.
As South Orange County continues to grow, San Juan Capistrano may lose another local landmark, the SDG&E building. The utility's current proposal calls for replacing the 100-year-old building with a new and larger facility. So again, you have two small groups who are going up against each other, and the larger group who really doesn't know much about the issue. And one of the reasons I'm happy to see this film getting shown at the Newport Beach Film Festival, it is an opportunity to make more people aware that this issue is in front of us.
It's close to 100 years old. It's showing a lot of the development of the history of San Juan and the surrounding counties. After all, it's the only Georgian revival building, but it is a very significant souvenir of times gone by. So this is why it's worth, number one, saving, because it shows the history, and number two, it's the only Georgian revival architecture we have here in this whole area.
To understand what's going on now, you have to understand what's gone on here in the past. And that's what led me into the rich history that goes back 100 years in San Juan Capistrano.
Congratulations to David for having his film highlighted at the 2016 Newport Beach Film Festival. No doubt it played to a packed crowd. Be sure to subscribe to his YouTube page at youtube.com/David Veneman. Next, we're going to take a look at a unique cooking school. Take a splash of corporate team building, sprinkle in some fun with the kitchen, and you get the ultimate team building program found right here in Orange County.
Today, we were able to tag along and get the inside scoop on a company called Adventures in the Kitchen. What started as a food blog back in 2008 has now grown to a full-size kitchen course where anyone can join and learn how to cook. With over 10 years of experience as a chef and cooking instructor, owner Sherry Liefeld knows what she's doing when it comes to cooking. We were given a chance to sit down with her and ask her more about her experience as a chef and cooking instructor.
I have cooked my whole life. I've got my original Betty Crocker cookbook from when I was a little kid, but had a different career path. I was more in management and entertainment and nonprofit, but started a blog about 7 years ago, and that ended up opening up a lot of doors, and I ended up becoming a Betty Crocker blogger where I developed over 300 recipes for for General Mills and a lot of their subsidiaries, and decided to just take a leap and to start my own company. I love helping other people learn to cook. I'm passionate about the power of eating together, and that something just magical comes together when we sit around the table with those we love. So it's fun to work with these teams and individuals, and hopefully they take away something that they can go home and use at home.
If you're new to cooking, don't you worry. Sherry and her team will give you all the help and skills needed to start learning how to cook. From basic knife skills to tossing vegetables to pan frying and grilling meats. all the skills needed to cook at home by taking a class right here in Adventures in the Kitchen. In addition to the cooking courses, Adventures in the Kitchen also holds corporate events where employees of a certain business come in and, as a team, put their cooking skills to the test. Different teams will have to create their best dishes from scratch and present it to a panel of judges at the end. From there, the judges will taste and determine whose dish was the best and decide a winning group.
Okay.
Hands down for number one.
Drum roll.
Well, that's
For number one, there was no controversy, no us having to debate over it. Hands down, number one across all three judges. Team 5, Fab 5.
That's it.
Afterwards, everyone gathers around and eats each other's dishes to finish off the day. Whether it's for a team-building exercise or just learning how to cook, Adventures in the Kitchen is a great place to hold all these events, and we hope to see you create your own adventures in the kitchen.
That looks like a lot of fun. Sherry offers several types of team-building programs, including a chopped competition program and a mystery ingredient competition. If you want to find out more about the types of programs offered, visit adventuresinthekitchen.com. That wraps up this episode of The Scoop. I want to thank Professor Ariel Alexander and future nurse Kara Finkelstein for joining us in studio. Congratulations to David Wieneman on his success of his documentary, and thank you, Sherry, for joining us and showing us that team building can be both delicious and fun. I'm your host, Evan Anderson. Thanks again. Stay tuned. Have a great day.